One of the things I kept hearing from people during my exhibition in Birmingham was how joyful the work felt to them. Two women came into the gallery and stopped in front of this piece, dancing on the rooftops. They started talking about the movements they saw in the work and how it made them feel like dancing. They were remembering a particular kind of dance from their youth, the jitterbug. And then, without any music playing, they started moving their bodies and dancing right there in the gallery. I didn't expect that. And that was one of the many moments during this exhibition that stayed with me, because this was my first solo presentation at a quilt show, and I had come to Birmingham thinking mostly about the work. I was focused on getting everything installed, making sure the gallery looked the way I wanted it to, and then seeing how people would respond. What I wasn't prepared for was how personal some of these encounters would become. People weren't just looking at the work, they were remembering things. They were recognizing themselves. They were telling me their stories. People's experiences with the work I make was one of the things I came to understand more deeply in Birmingham. So let me take you back to the beginning. Because before I could experience any of this, I first had to get myself to Birmingham. The artwork had already made its way there. Now, it was my turn to make the journey.
So I'm here at the airport and I'm about to get in and get myself checked in. So I have checked in my bag and I decided to get myself something to eat before going through TSA. I can go find somewhere to sit and work on my laptop.
Like I said, this was my first solo presentation at a quilt show. And it was a big deal for me because not only was it my first in a quilt show, it was also happening at the largest quilt event in all of Europe. So I was excited and I was nervous as well. And I had a lot of expectations for what this experience was going to be like.
Celtic Sea. Heading towards France. I am so tired. I mean, it's been a 10-hour journey and all I want to do right now is to sleep. But first things first, I need to go find my bags and claim my bags. I made it out of the airport. So it's been 10 hours total of traveling and I'm finally here. So here's the room. I just put my stuff in here. It's a little dark. I should find where the lights are. And the blinds a little. Okay, that's better. So this is the view. This is the NEC, which is a convention center where they have big conventions and all of that. So this is the room.
I managed to get a 2-hour nap. Now I can go and sit up. So I met with Joe, who came and grabbed me from the hotel to bring me here. Let me flip the camera so you can see as I walk the hallways. So these are the hallways, and so here it is. Here it is. I am Gallery 6. What what is your booth name? Is this the IQM or
No, it's with the Quilters Guild.
oh yes, you're still part of the
Yes.
quilters. Oh wow. So you have how many booths? You have more than
We have that one and then we go into the gallery there. So
and
we
then
just
this
do
one
bit.
too.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
wow. I have one somewhere around the corner.
It's easy to get disoriented.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find my bearings and to say hello to people.
You'll know exactly where you're going come Sunday and then you'll be packing up, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, nice to meet you, ladies. You won't believe how many wonderful quilts are in this exhibition. I'm going to create a whole separate video to show you some of the works, so stay tuned for that. It's almost time for the convention center to close, so I'm going to leave because I really can't do much today. But I'm glad I was able to come see the place. I was hoping I could install today, but it's all right. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm just going to walk. I didn't want to be highly visible anymore, so I took the vest off. As I sat there, I was thinking about installation and how I was going to get help and what time of the day I would have the installers come in and help me get my work set up. Today is my installation day, and I've got my installers here to help me. Good morning, friends. Today the show finally opens, and I am going to go into the event center and welcome people to my booth. I am excited. I've been working towards this for months, actually almost a year now, and so I am so excited that it is finally coming to fruition. The booth looks amazing. The gallery is all set up and ready to welcome people. I'm going to go downstairs and have a little something to eat, a bite. And then I will head over to the conference center. Let me flip the camera for you to see people walking over already. As you can see, there are people already walking over to the conference center. Anxious get into the conference center and see people and get started.
Your attention please. The Festival of Quilts 2026 is now open for business. The Festival of Quilts 2026 is now open.
After the doors opened, people started coming in, and they kept coming and coming.
Is this your work?
It is.
You're so incredibly talented.
Oh, thank you. Day one is over. It was a wonderful day. So many people came through.
So this is my friend Andrea. She's been following me for 10 years. We've been connected this long and I'm so excited to see her.
It's wonderful. Far from the cruise port in Rome, and we've cruised before when we've been in America and what have you. So
I had my gallery tour today. It was sold out. Some people wanted to come again the next day, but I don't have a tour open for tomorrow. It's just for today. I'm tired right now, but it was a very fun day, very exciting to chat with so many people. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful day. It's day two out of 4. So there's still more to go. All right, breakfast is over. Now I'm heading towards the event center. I know it's going to be an awesome day.
Let's
Festival of Quilts. It's a long walk. Good morning. Festival of Quilts. Here we are. And let's get in. So many people came through that I had initially thought that maybe that was probably 100 people that had come through my gallery. Hi. But then I decided to do a rough count. And on the day I counted, about 1,200 people had come through my gallery. That day alone, I was overwhelmed. It was a steady flow from the time that the doors open till the time that the doors close, every day. I use reference photos, yeah. Thank you.
gorgeous.
It is the end of day 2. It's been a wonderful day. So many people came through. I had no free time and it was just wonderful. So much energy, so many comments, talking about the work, about their interpretation of the work. It was just amazing. People think about the work, how much joy the work is bringing them. So many people use the word joy, and I have to tell them that this series is actually called The Joy of Living. Every time somebody said, this is so much joyful, this brings me so much joy, people thanked me for making the work and for bringing joy into their lives. So it was just incredible, really incredible to interact with people and see their reactions to the work. A lot of them use the word expressive. They use the word colorful. They use the word joy. Those are some of the words that people use to describe the work. It's been awesome. Awesome day. Good morning.
Approximately 10 minutes until the show opens.
So there we go. 10 more minutes until the show opens. And before you know it, the cameras come out. Small cell phone cameras, mid-sized cameras, and professional cameras with large lenses. By the way, if you're a professional photographer, you should not be photographing an artist's work without their permission. What do you possibly need a high-resolution image of an artwork for without the artist's permission? As amazing as it was to see so many people come through my gallery every single day, what was even better than that were the personal encounters people had with the works. The story I told you at the beginning about the two women who danced in response to my work was just one of many moments where viewers responded very strongly to the work. One of such stories had to do with my mother-daughter piece, this one right here, where the mother is braiding the daughter's hair. Many people had told me the different ways in which the piece resonated with them. Either it reminded them of their own mother or their daughter, and other times, both mother and daughter. However, I will never forget the reaction one particular woman had to this piece. This woman had told me something that went much deeper. She told me that seeing herself as a black woman represented on the walls of the gallery made her feel seen. She said she had always wanted to feel seen, but had never felt fully seen. And as she was expressing how the work reminded her of her own mother and daughter, and how it made her feel seen in a way she had never felt before, something happened. She became so emotional and started to cry. She cried so hard that I got up and went and hugged her. I told her that I understood that need to be seen because I feel it too. And in the process of consoling her, I started to cry too. Yeah. It was such an emotional moment. Today has been really emotional. I got someone in the booth in the gallery today who was so overwhelmed with the work. I was so moved. She was crying, I was crying. It was very emotional. It is something that will stay with me forever. And for the first time, I became acutely aware of what happens when something you've made privately becomes deeply personal to a complete stranger. The thing is, at the time, she no longer felt like a stranger to me. She was someone I completely understood. We had bonded over a piece of artwork. We understood some of each other's deepest desires. We connected on a deeply personal basis. The connections were not all somber. There were joyful ones as well. There was dancing and singing too. We sang and danced to a song that was the inspiration for my Good Mother series. That song is entitled Sweet Mother.
Sweet mother, I no go forget you, for this suffer way suffer for me.
And before I knew it, it was all over. The people had left, the artwork had been packed up, the gallery walls torn down, and I had just one more day left to reflect on all that had happened, to explore a little bit of Birmingham, and pack up for the journey back home to the US. Thinking about my days here in Birmingham coming to a close, Last day here. Thinking about all the people I met, how busy the event was, number of people who came through. I don't think I've ever talked to as many people in such a short period of time, in 4 days. I probably talked to, I know thousands came through my gallery, and I probably talked to a quarter of number of people who came through my gallery. So if 4,000 people came through, I must have talked to 1,000 people. That is, oh my gosh, that is unbelievable. Yeah, totally unbelievable. For this introvert, that's a lot of people to talk to. Later, I took the train and went into the town of Birmingham to explore a little bit. I had one goal in mind: to see two places that had been recommended to me: the Birmingham Library and the Birmingham Bull Ring. I was happy to be able to go visit the Birmingham Bull Ring. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to the library before they closed. Hopefully, one day I'll be able to return to Birmingham to do a better sightseeing. And all too soon, it was time to pack up my things, get on the plane, and head back home. On the plane, we were stuck on the tarmac for 1 full hour, sweating while the maintenance crew tried to fix a problem with the plane. And it's as hot as an oven in here. Eventually, we took off, made a quick transit in Paris, and finally arrived home. Stay tuned for my videos on the quilts that I saw and on some behind the scenes. Until next week, create something meaningful and share it with the world. I'll see you next week.